episode 1, season 1 of Lovecraft Country on HBO and HBO Max has officially been released last night. As I said, on HBO and HBO Max. This is a full spoiler review of episode 1, which ticked in around an hour and 9 minutes. So if you have not seen Lovecraft Country episode 1, season 1, which came out last night, please do not watch this video. I do highly recommend the show. Watch that episode. It's only an hour long. Then come back to this review, and I'm just going to break down the show. And hopefully, if you guys like this, every week, every Monday, I'll break down each episode in spoiler fashion, Lovecraft Country. So here we go, spoiler review, and now I'm off. So I was very excited for this show. I didn't see any publicity for the show. I just wanted to come in as blind as possible. Don't know anything about the books. I just knew Jordan Peele and J.J. Abrams produced this. I knew the cast. And I knew it was kind of fantasy to know how it would be involved. And then, boom, the opening scene happens of the show, and they're like, wow, you're either going to buy into the show or you're not. Now, it is kind of a dream inside of the head of our lead, played by Jonathan Majors, but it was kind of insane. There's aliens across the board. There's a lady in red. There's Jackie Robinson, and it's totally insanity. And then we come out of it, and he's just on the bus. That's what he's dreaming because he's reading this book. So it's like, ooh, is this just going to be about stuff inside of his head? And then we can transition out. There's a lot. Then we go back to where he is, and we learn that, he's kind of looking for his dad. I mean, he's looking for his missing father. And he goes with this. He has a very close relationship with his dad's brother, who he stays with, his uncle, played by Courtney B. Vance, who I've seen a lot of stuff with him this year. So that was interesting. Then you add in Journey Smollett's character as well. And they had to go, and now they're three on a journey basically to find Jonathan Majors, his dad, Courtney B. Vance's brother. And it seems like they were going in a very fantasy world. They were trying to tell where he could be, and there were some fantasy hints. And then we go through a lot of stuff. They're going through the Midwest, which is obviously very dangerous during the time period of this show. And they hit a lot of racism. They go into a gas station, a white guy's making fun of them. Then they go to a restaurant. All the white people leave. They sit down and no one takes their order. They leave. Very tense scene, in my opinion. Very, very tense scene. Done very well. And again, Letitia Lewis is the character played by Journey Smollett. The fact that she goes to the bathroom and sees what the guy was doing, and just insane stuff that was happening. Then you have basically a car chase between these three in a car, being chased by firemen and police shooting at them. Very intense car scene. And then there's white lady who I have no idea how it's going to affect the show whatsoever. Just stands there, knocks over the car, and they just drive off. So that is obviously going to be a huge key, especially when we find out that last scene of the episode could lead to. And then once they go there, they're traveling through it, and this place is called Sundown. So basically, if you're African American, really can't be there past that time when the sun is down. So they're like 5 minutes away, and this cop is there. Like, you gotta leave. Take this way. He makes Jonathan Majors say something that is truly awful. And then they're basically not in a car chase, but they have to get out of this place in 5 minutes, or the cop has, I guess, the right at the time to hang the three of them. So they make it out, and once they make it out, you're like, ooh, if you take a huge deep breath, and boom, there's cops waiting there. And I was like, God, of course. Like, God damn it. Like, you felt so defeated because, like, they just survived 2 basically car chases already in this first episode, and now there's like 5 cops. They pinned them down. They think they were a part of this burglary thing. Definitely, of course, racism involved. And then you get to the big thing that everyone will be talking about, spoiler fashion of the show, which is when these monsters that I kind of got semblances of Demogorgons from Stranger Things, but they're not. They're just different creatures, and they basically destroy the cops. And the CGI is incredible in this show. Now, I knew heading in, of course, Jordan Peele is the producer, J.J. Abrams, who are definitely both into those type of CGI type horror films. And now you see this, and it's incredible what they pulled off. the way they eat the police's heads, the blood splats on all three of our characters. And then it's about surviving. And then the reveals of Corny B. Vance after he knows all of these books, just like Jonathan Majors. The fact that he reveals that they could be like vampires. They don't really like the light. And once it's morning, they should be gone. So the fact of using the light, but then once you get bit by one of them, you become them. And that was a great twist with the sheriff cop, who is the head of the five of them. Once he becomes one, he bites off his partner. And I was having such a ball watching this. Amazing work by the CGI team and the creature team for this show. And then they get out of there and we end off. They're going to the supposed house of where the father should be. But we get this, again, white guy standing there saying, "We've been expecting you." And boom, that's where the episode ended. So for me, the show is just so fast paced. It was so well. The first episode at least was 1 hour and 9 minutes, and it never felt that long. It felt like a 30-minute, 45-minute breeze. But the show just kept on moving. You get the first, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes is pretty slow. It's because they're trying to give, after that opening scene, the show kind of fans out. It's very slow, but I didn't mind that it was slow. You got to give character development to our three main characters. And then once we get into the car chases and the tense moments and the racism that our characters deal with, the show really picks up with excitement, with tension. You're very nervous for our characters. You feel for everything that they're doing. And they just want to find Jonathan Major's dad, but with a fantasy element, it feels like one of the most unique shows that you'll probably get to watch all year long. It was so intense. It was amazing to watch. And I'm so excited that there's 10 episodes of this show, hopefully taking it at 1 hour each week. I hope it gets crazier and crazier and crazier. It feels like this show, basically, the first episode was like, if you don't like this type of stuff, you don't have to join the journey. If you do, I mean, you're going to buy in. That's what I love about this type of show. It's not afraid to kick people to the curb if you're not into this type of genre, basically. And if you're not, you're not on this journey. If you are, you're going to be all into it. And I'm all into this type of work. An amazing show for HBO to come out with during this pandemic here in August. So I'm not going to give a rating until I'm done this entire season, but I really, really loved this opening episode. If you like this video, the best way to support Max Talks Movies is to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for notifications, share the video. Let me know in spoiler fashion your thoughts of episode 1, season 1 of Lovecraft Country on HBO. Did you really enjoy the show like I did? Did you have issues with that I did not bring up? Just tell me all your thoughts down below in the comment section. And if you guys like this, the more support that you guys give this video, the more I'll be wanting to do more videos for every Monday, every new episode of Lovecraft Country, which comes out every Sunday on HBO. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.